And I guess we are the Other People Show, and we're broadcasting live on Zoom. I'm Adam, and I'm joined by Jake. Jake,
I'm
where
Jake.
are you? Where do you happen to be at, my friend?
I'm in downtown Detroit, Michigan right now. As you can see, it's already dark here in Detroit, even though it is early afternoon. Where are you?
Now, let me ask. I'm in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Oh.
So that's what, like 10 hours away?
Give or take. Give or take.
Give or take.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting, and we've talked about this in the past. Is that we, for years, I want to disconnect here, we have wanted to do this live show from across the state lines. And now
we
that
cannot get any more live right now.
Are you
Adam
there?
C. getting gas.
Yes. Can you still hear me?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. I'm going to get gas. You want to take over for just a minute, Jake, and explain what's been going on with you while I get gas?
Yeah, so I'm in isolation
I'll be
here.
right back.
And well, we do have just a FYI guest coming up very soon, but we'll talk about that later. I am in isolation here in Detroit, Michigan, where I have been stuck in this I live in a tiny little apartment. You can't see it behind me, but I'm in a little apartment that I've been in for now 3 weeks, and who knows how long I'm going to end up being here. But this has been my home now for a bit over a year. I finally left the friendly confines of Virginia and Kentucky. I'm just really intrigued to watch. This is how you get gas in a 2020 coronavirus world. Ooh, he's touching the number pad. It's disgusting. Some compelling footage here. So yes, I have not left my apartment since I flew back here a few weeks ago. It's been about a month now. And that's all I've got for you. Did you touch the number pad?
Let's see, let me turn my...
Oh, are you getting no audio? He's not getting any audio.
Let's see. Just a moment before I really be able to hear you very well for some reason. But first of all...
No, I was saying, did you actually touch the number pad? Oh. It's gross. Today's show is brought to you by Germ-X and a paper towel.
Yes, by Germ-X. Yes. I also had something made for me earlier. I've not worn it yet.
Oh, that was made for you?
Yes, Shelly's mom sewed this together. Oh. If you notice, there's a pattern on this side.
Wow.
And then the other side is kind of just so yeah. So,
wait, no, I think you did the wrong side to your face.
Which one's the blue side to my face?
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to play it. So everybody can see your pattern.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's the world we live in. Did you explain to them your situation?
Yeah, I think I did as much as I could.
Yeah.
And that I'm in a tiny. Oh, he's going back out.
Tiny. Well, see, I don't have any. I do have gloves, but I don't have enough gloves to really use some on the pump. So I just use these paper towels, not to touch anything. What are you supposed to do? Like I wanted to make a video earlier of cleaning all the groceries before bringing them inside the house.
Oh yeah, we did that. We went and got a pizza last night, and as soon as I came in with the pizza, I had to shovel it onto a tray and then throw the box away. No, here's the craziest thing. I went and bought something. Oh, the pizza that I got yesterday. You can cut me off. That's fine. I'm gonna keep talking.
I can still hear you.
Okay, that pizza I got yesterday, the guy who handed it to me was about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 feet away. He was like arm's length away from me. And that is the closest that I've been to a human being that is not my wife in 3.5 weeks.
Really?
It was pretty weird. It was pretty weird.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't
So,
even go to the
so
grocery
you have,
store anymore.
so you have been out of contact with most humans for 3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks. Yep. I was in Virginia and I
Wow.
flew back. I was supposed to fly out. I flew back to teach a class and I was supposed to fly out the next day. And then the world fell apart while I was in my layover here in Detroit. And now I don't have any contact with anybody. And I live in Detroit where there's not many people that live in the actual city portion of it. Like I'm downtown. So when you look outside, it's just nobody. It's crazy. It's like a ghost town. We don't even have to look both ways when we cross the street anymore in Detroit because there's no cars that are going to hit you.
That's crazy. I see a guy riding a bike right now, but
Oh.
earlier, Victoria and I were driving around because we thought about walking, walk.
And we didn't see anyone. So we were like, well, maybe, maybe we shouldn't. And we ended up not walking at all.
Mm.
But
Is it warm down there?
Shelly and I, 80 degrees.
Oh.
80 degrees.
We've been in the 30s, the 40s, and then we finally got a little bit of the 50s.
So you're in the
It's
50s
awful.
today?
Yeah, it's awful. It's just cold.
I bet the 50s there though feels like the like a high. Oh, it's warm now.
Oh, I brought out my shorts when it was in the 50s. I was like, if I don't bring them out now, I'm never going to wear them. Oh, it
You
was
might
awful.
never get them out.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be. I think in DC this week it's supposed to be relatively nice in the 60s and 70s, and typically wise in DC have about the same temperature for the most part, maybe 5 to 7 degrees difference. But typically, whatever it does in Y, it's going to be doing in DC in several hours. So it's about the same.
Not so too bad.
So were you talking about? I know. I don't know if you mentioned that you were a couple weeks before the coronavirus started taking off, wreaking havoc on everyone's life. You had went to Lynchburg and worked on a production there over the weekend, didn't you?
I was back in Lynchburg, Virginia, working on a movie, and I finished. We shot the movie Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I flew. Then we had like one extra day on Tuesday. I flew back on Wednesday, and then Thursday I was supposed to take back off again. But yeah, we spent 5 days shooting a film that I wrote. It's about 30 pages. It's going to be about 25, 30 minutes about this guy whose wife dies a few years earlier, and he's trying to cope with it. Not much comedy in it. This is about two. Now there is one character that's pretty funny, but there's like 2 films I've done in a row that haven't had as much comedy in them, which now I really want to get back into the comedy scene.
Well, did you like write these? Write them with no comedy in mind, or did they just happen to turn out that way during filming?
Yeah, no, I actually wrote them with no comedy in mind. Hey, we have a special guest coming on.